Hey everybody, welcome to the channel or welcome back to the channel. I hope you're not doing good. In today's video, we are going to be talking about Mornings in Jenin by Susan Abulhawa. I recently read this book and it left an intense impact on me, and I decided to share it with you guys as well, because I feel like this book is something that should be read by everybody pretty much. It was published in 2006. The publishing of this book has a story in its own, and the story goes that basically the writer was trying to get it published since quite a long time, and then it finally got published with a different name in 2006 until somebody reached out to her and said that they want to publish it on a big scale. So Bloomsbury, or I don't know the exact story, so take this story with a grain of salt. They reached out to her and they were like, okay, we are ready to publish your work. So in 2010 it was published again in Great Britain with this name, Mornings in Jenin. And I saw it on social media last year, I think, not exactly on social media, but I heard someone talk about it and it got me interested in it. The social media thing has really, put forth the war crimes that are happening in Palestine. I wanted to know a bit more about that, and I wanted to read the story of that place. The Mornings in Jenin is basically a historical fiction. I am not much of a fan of historical fictions, but this book instantly grabbed my attention from the very first page. I was interested by the blurb at the back, but at the same time I was captivated from the very first page itself. So the story basically spans over 4 generations. We are a part of this family and we get to see this family for 4 generations. There is the grandfather, the father, the daughter, and then the daughter's daughter. So obviously 4 generations of people, and we see the impact of the war on these people and these people's lives. It is a pretty intense story. Like every other second, every other page, there is something happening, and your heart hurts for these people, because at certain points I had to close the book and take a moment for myself, and I wanted to distance myself from the story because it is written in a way that you really immerse yourself in this story. It spans over 4 generations, so you are a part of this family, and by the time you end the story, it feels as if you were living with these people and you were seeing those things happening. So I was trying to distance myself, and I told myself, okay, Ayesha, take a breathe. This is just a story. And then I had to stop myself because I was like, okay, this is just a story that I'm reading, but it might have already happened to someone. The similar thing could have happened to someone's family, and that was something that literally gave me goosebumps, because it's not a nice thing to think about. So the story basically is about this family, and first we get to learn about the grandfather Abulhawa, and then we learn about his son Hassan, and then we learn about his family, his 2 boys and 1 girl, Amal. We get to see the life of Amal and then her daughter. But the story is that these are Palestinian families, and then Hassan had 2 sons and 1 daughter. While they were being sent away from their homeland to another place, Hassan lost a son, and someone from the Israeli army took away that son and kept him as his own. So Hassan's son grew up a Jew. And the writer mentions in the afternote that the entire story is inspired by real events or something that she read or heard from someone, that it actually happened in Palestine. Just the entire thought of that is pretty nerve-wracking, because just imagine losing one of your kids and you don't even know what is happening to him. Anyway, the novel basically spans over the entire Nekba period, and then it moves to the Sabra and Shatila camps in Lebanon and what happened during that entire thing. I specifically also want to talk about the language used in this book. I was on Goodreads and I was reading reviews, and I came across a couple of them, and they were like, I didn't like the writing style. Okay, to each their own, but still, I love this book because one of the reasons of me loving this book is the language and the way the sentences have been structured and the beauty of the language. The dialogues, the emotions that have been portrayed in the novel, and just the entire aura of that family and the family vibes. I really, really like that. Honestly speaking, this became my instant favorite. I wouldn't say I would go back to this because, as I mentioned, that it really messes up with your head. I wouldn't go back to this, but this will always in my heart, it will always be there at the top. If you're pretty good with distancing yourself from the story, then definitely give this book a read. If I were to recommend one thing, one historical fiction, I would recommend this. You will not only understand and get a perspective of what is happening there, but you will also get to read the beauty of the language that Susan Abulhawa has used in her novel. So with that note, we have come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have already read the book, do make sure to leave your comments in the comments below. If you want to follow me on my socials, the links are in the description, and also I will leave the handles on the screen. If you haven't subscribed already, please make sure to do that. And I will see you guys really soon, inshallah. Till then, take care. God bless you. Assalamu alaikum. Bye.